and welcome to Back to Life Studio. I'm Natalie and I'm so glad you stopped by because I have something very special to share with you today. I've put this little video together to share more about what I offer, but first I want to tell you why I do this work, because it's more than a profession, it's personal. It comes from lived experience, from walking through the hardest years or the hardest chapters of my life and discovering how to find purpose and a sense of wholeness beyond what I'd ever experienced before. I may label myself as a Pilates Health Coach, but I'm more than that. I'm someone who's lived the emotional breakdowns and the rebuilds. I've walked through the kind of grief that changes everything. I've experienced death in more than one sense, of loved ones, of identity, and of the life I once imagined. And I know what it feels like to be lost in the aftermath, unsure of how I'll ever begin to rebuild my life again. And because of this, I've tested every tool I now share. I know what helps and I know what doesn't, because I've had to find my way back to start a new life with a whole new perspective. I've even written a book about that journey. It's called Bigger Than My Body, a mother's memoir about the love, loss and legacy of two rare boys. It's due for release in August, so stay tuned for that. That story and everything it took to survive it is why I do this work, because I know how overwhelming it feels to hold everything together when you're falling apart. But I also know that significant life events, no matter how devastating they can open the door to tremendous growth, and that's what I want for you. Now, you and I both know you're on the verge of a powerful turning point, and that's why you're here. Perhaps you're rebuilding and reweaving your own life back together, and it feels overwhelming knowing where to start. And that's where I come in. I help people discover their core strength in more ways than one, especially those navigating grief, burnout, menopause, and other major life transitions. Whether you're a bereaved parent like myself, a caregiver, newly divorced, a workaholic who's lost touch with self-care, or someone returning to movement after injury or a long break, you're welcome here. I call us back to lifers, people who are ready to make their comeback, ready to start a new chapter in their life after significant life events. What I know for sure is that life dramatically changes after 50. Whether it's menopause, our mindset, or the weight of life itself, it changes everything. And its impact on our overall health shouldn't be underestimated. Maybe you're running on empty, you're overwhelmed, or you're carrying emotional weight that zaps all the joy from the things that you used to love. If you're suffering burnout, depression, or grief, you may have no motivation whatsoever to get moving in any kind of exercise program. You feel stuck, your habits are really hard to change, and you feel like your wheels are spinning but you're getting nowhere. And let's be honest, when you're in that space, the last thing you want is more pressure or the added anxiety to walk into a gym or join a group fitness class. But deep down, you know you need to do something. You feel it in your body. It's telling you. Your body speaks through tightness, through tension, and those persistent aches, those persistent pains that you've been trying to ignore. Sometimes it speaks in whispers, asking you to pause, to breathe, to take a break from this stressful life. But when you're wound up and you're stressed, effective self-care can really feel out of reach. So you ignore the signs, pushing through until your body starts screaming at you. Through pain, through illness, it stops you in your tracks and forces you to take a long, hard look at what's really holding you back. I've learned to see the body as a lifelong friend who has a wisdom that for years has gone unheard, neglected by all of the other priorities in life, then the reality check, the realization that you only get one body. That sore hip or the stiff back, it's not just discomfort, it's communication. And what we ignore in life usually becomes our problem. That I know for sure. Whether it's a leaking tap in the kitchen or a sore hip, left unchecked, it only gets worse. And we all know that prevention is better than cure. It's not about starting an exercise program to get fit or lose weight. It's more than that. What if you were being called to reconnect to your higher self, to someone you lost touch with years ago, perhaps you've never even met. Over the years, I've come to learn that when we lose our mojo for life, we're often stuck in our stress or our trauma. The mind and the body disconnect. The body doesn't want to move and the mind overthinks unhelpful thoughts. We feel stuck in the mud of it all, and the only way forward is to stop and listen to the subtle cues that guide us back to wholeness. Movement is a form of expression, as is writing and journal therapy. It's a nice contrast for talk therapy. It lets you get out of your head and give your body its voice. In my movement therapy sessions, you don't have to relive your trauma or retell your story. Instead, we work with your body through gentle movement and connect to your body's inner wisdom through various heart-centered journaling techniques. That's the process that brought me back to life, and that's why I created Back to Life Studio. At Back to Life Studio, I offer an holistic and heart-centered approach to wellness through Pilates movement therapy, tension and trauma release exercises, also known as TRE, and unique wellness workshops with compassionate coaching. So if you're looking for something more than just an exercise class, you've come to the right place. I use Pilates and somatic-based movement therapy, offering you gentle guided classes to increase your body awareness, restore strength, balance and mobility to support active aging. Pilates movement therapy is effective because its original principles of breath and mindful movement came from a fusion of many other renowned mindfulness practices like yoga, tai chi and qigong. Through breath, conscious movement and compassionate self-awareness, we start to restore connection to your body, your emotions and your deeper wisdom, your higher self. In the right environment, Pilates holds the perfect foundations to help you effectively manage stress and reset your nervous system, reaping all the benefits to relieve the body of aches and pains, but also benefits to the mind and the brain by improving your sleep quality, concentration, coordination, clearer focus, and a more positive outlook. Several years ago, I created my signature therapeutic movement class, which is suitable for most fitness levels, where I combine a beautiful flow of Pilates mat exercises combined with TRE and other somatic-based movement to help soothe our body and our nervous system. I call this class Neuro-Flow Pilates. And yes, I've written a book about this too. It's called Unstuck, From Stuck to Unstoppable. It's a self-care guide to releasing stress, restoring inner peace and breaking free from the habits that keep holding us back using TRE, journaling and somatic self-care. I offer this vital wellness resource along with my 3-hour self-care workshop for community groups, clubs and also corporate events. This workshop is the foundation of all my work and is guaranteed to spark many aha moments with its attendees. As I said earlier, this is both my profession and passion, and you'll see by visiting my online store, I love being creative in the wellness space. Whether it's writing books or journals or t-shirts, it's all a form of expression from the heart, and it helps me stay connected to my purpose. So in short, I offer somatic life coaching and movement-based programs. I'll help guide you gently from being stuck in survival mode and into a more empowered, more embodied state. We'll work together to break free from negative loops, rebuild self-trust and help you feel like you again, but with a newfound passion and purpose. It doesn't happen overnight, but trust me, it does happen. So if you're ready to become a Back to Lifer or even just curious to learn more about the programs and workshops I offer, here's how to get started. If you're local, I offer private and duet Pilates movement therapy sessions at my private studio here in Bendigo, or you can join me online from anywhere in the world, right from the comfort of your own home. These classes feel fast, so book your 60-minute initial consult with me today via the initial consult direct link below, or perhaps you'd like more information, then click on the tab below to schedule your free 30-minute discovery call with me. I also invite you to subscribe to my monthly newsletter for movement and self-care practices and healing insights, and to listen to my new podcast, Back to Life and Beyond. By subscribing, you'll also get free access to my next online Neuro-Flow Pilates class, which is gentle introduction to movement as therapy, which is suitable for most fitness types. And if you're dreaming of a full body reset, check out my Pilates Wellness Retreat in Koh Samui, Thailand. That's happening next April in 2026. So feel free to share this page with someone else who needs it. All the links are below. Thank you so much for stopping by. Until we meet again, take care.